Hello, everybody out there. How you doing today? I want to address a topic that it's been showing up on my radar more and more lately. And that topic is about restrictive diets. Diets where an entire food group or food category is eliminated. And one of the most popular ones is called the carnivore diet, where somebody eats all meat, nothing else. And there are other restrictive diets out there, but that happens to be the most popular one. That's the one I'm hearing about the most from friends and family and clients and such. All right, so the first thing I want to say about that is if you are on a restrictive diet and you've eliminated an entire food group and you're on that diet and you're feeling great and you're thriving, I do not want to argue with that. If you're thriving and you feel great, your subjective experience trumps what the science says about how that diet should make you feel or look or react. We're all unique. We're all very different. We all respond to different conditions in different ways. And that's the beauty of the human condition, is that we have this variability. For example, there's a gentleman out there named Wim Hof. You might have heard of him. His nickname is called the Iceman. And this guy could subject himself to extremely cold temperatures for a very lengthy amount of time. Now, if somebody read a science book or peer-reviewed journal, it might say something about human skin that says, well, human skin can't be subjected to a certain temperature for a certain amount of time or else this will happen. And Wim Hof is the guy who goes against that. So his subjective experience about being immersed in cold and being exposed to cold temperatures, his subjective experience trumps the science. The science says this is what humans could do. He's up in here. He's an outlier. So if somebody's on a restrictive diet, that subjective experience, if it's favorable, then keep going and you're thriving, do great. I hope everything is going great for you. I really do. I know some people who go on these restrictive diets because they want to make a condition in their body better. I've heard eczema a lot, definitely skin conditions. People have said that the carnivore diet has made them feel great. And I do not want to argue or push anybody off of that path. What I would invite you or somebody else to consider are two things. And the first is that if we feel good, that doesn't necessarily translate to us doing good. That means that I can feel great right now. However, if I took a blood test, my LDLs could be high, my LDLs could be 400, my triglycerides could be 600, and that's happened a lot. That's happened where somebody feels great and they take a routine test. Maybe that's happened to you. You felt great, you took a routine test at the doctor, and it revealed something completely under the hood that you wouldn't have been exposed to. That happens a lot. So if you are feeling great on a diet, you might not be doing great. So that means maybe consider taking blood tests or different type of tests just to measure what's going on under the hood. For example, a lot of people, their first presentation of heart disease is the actual heart attack itself. That is the first. There's no warning signs, not feeling a certain thing. For a large part of the population, that first warning sign is the actual heart attack. And the same pattern applies to a diet that we're on or just feeling great and not doing great. So think about getting those critical measurements so you can see what's going on under the hood, because it might not match how you feel. The second thing I want to let you know is that I think a lot of people are missing the boat in terms of the reason that we eat food. The first is for energy to do all the things that we do. But I think a lot of people are forgetting about the puzzle pieces that come with the food that we eat. What does that mean? If you think about every part of your body that is functional, every part of your body that does something, could be a hormone, could be an enzyme, piece of DNA, your hair, skin, nails, all of those things, those are puzzles. And our body puts together those puzzles so it can do those things. Now think about a puzzle. It a puzzle is comprised of many, many puzzle pieces. We get those puzzle pieces from the foods that we eat. And the puzzle pieces are protein, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. All those things are our puzzle pieces. So when we construct a diet or we're eating a nutrition plan, ideally, we're getting a very wide range of all these different puzzle pieces so that we can put together the puzzles in our body that need to work to keep us healthy and strong and fit and accomplish all the tasks that our body needs to do. If we restrict and remove an entire food category, there is a chance that we are removing a critical puzzle piece. And now if we don't have that puzzle piece, our body cannot construct those important puzzles in our body. And human beings in general tend to have a view that we understand more than we really do. For example, if you take an orange, we all know an orange contains vitamin C, and it contains some other vitamins that we've identified. So we might say, well, an orange contains vitamin C and vitamin B and riboflavin. So now all I have to do is take those supplements, and now I've mimicked the fruit. I've mimicked the orange. I don't need to get that food group. I think what we're missing is that those are only the puzzle pieces in an orange that we are able to identify with our current level of technology. What we're missing is that orange might contain an infinite amount of puzzle pieces that our technology just hasn't caught up yet to identify. And now when we restrict the orange or the fruit, now we're not getting the puzzle pieces that have not been identified. And that is very crucial. Everything that we eat, every context that we exist in this world, there's a big box called "We don't know what we don't know." And that box is a variable size, it's an infinite size. So when we think about the foods that we eat, we only know what we know about those foods. We don't know what we don't know. And I don't mean to try and confuse the issue. It's very powerful though. When we restrict something, we just don't know what we're restricting. So think about if you're restricting a food group, think about, we can only work in the known world. So the first step we can do is think about what puzzle pieces am I restricting? What puzzle pieces am I removing? What puzzles in my body might be affected by that? And then how can I mitigate that? And maybe that means taking a supplement. It might mean doing some other things, food substitutes and such. But if we're not even thinking about that, then remember, just like the heart attack, our first instance of dysfunction could be the dysfunction itself. We might not feel those warning signs. So really think about those two things if you're planning to go on a restrictive diet, or if you know somebody who is, maybe bring these issues up. One is what's happening under the hood, and two is the restriction of the puzzle pieces that we might be getting to create a healthy, thriving body. All right, I hope that helped, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.